how getting an LLC while working a job changed my life. Yeah, you heard that right. While I was working a job full-time that I did not like, kind of wishing I could be an entrepreneur, I made the best decision ever and I started a business while working a job. I'm going to tell you how you can do the exact same thing and turn that into millions of dollars really quickly. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, all you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
So in this video, I'm just going to get right to it because I am so excited. I'm really just sharing with you my biggest secret on how I became the person that you see today. I'm Noel Randall, real estate millionaire, entrepreneur, mentor, speaker, author, mom of 5, and so much more. But it all began with me working a job and deciding that I did not want to work a job anymore. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And now as an entrepreneur, let me tell you some of the benefits. Being an entrepreneur allows me to create my own life. I am able to create a business that represents me. I am able to create my own income. There are no limits to how much money I can make. When I worked a job, no matter how many hours I worked or how much I tried to climb the corporate ladder, I still had a cap on my salary. I still was beholden to someone else. I wasn't able to create this unlimited income potential that I really wanted. Additionally, I was not able to create my own schedule. Yeah, I had some freedom as I climbed the corporate ladder where I didn't have to be in exactly at 8:30 or I could skip out a little bit early and things like that. And I really thought that I was doing something because I had a job where I had some freedom. But that is ridiculous. You'd much rather have a business and own all of your time and have time freedom, which is the best freedom ever. I don't have to work at all tomorrow if I don't want to. I could not work for a month if I don't want to. If I decide not to make YouTube videos for 3-4 months, no one is going to do anything to me. On the other hand, if I feel inspired and I want to make 20, 30, 40 videos and I want to make $80,000, $90,000 just from YouTube, I have that option. I've done that. There was times when I just felt so creative and I had all of these things that I wanted to share and I was making and putting out videos every single day. And guess what? My income reflected that. It was a direct correlation between how much work I put in and how much money I was getting. And that was not how it worked for me when I worked at Bank of America and when I worked at Wells Fargo and Chase Bank. No matter how much extra I put in, I did not get extra money in my paycheck, okay? It really would take time to show someone who thought I was worthy of more money if I actually got more money. And it's a bad, bad system to be on. What you want is to be an entrepreneur. And again, I know that this being an entrepreneur is not for everyone and this life is not for everyone, but I believe it is for you. That is why you are watching and listening to this. There's no other reason why you would click this video or this podcast thing and just listen to it from beginning to end. It's because you know that you want to be an entrepreneur and that this is great information. So let me get to that because that's what I'm here for. So the first thing that you want to do while working a job is get into your side hustle. And again, you're going to turn your side hustle into a full-time business. But we're going to start with just the side hustle. Like I said, when I was working in corporate America, climbing the corporate ladder, going from job to job and saying, okay, I'm a mortgage processor. Now I'm a mortgage underwriter. Now I'm a mortgage manager. Now I'm a VP of this. Now I'm a VP of that. It was strategically trying to climb the corporate ladder, trying to get certain certifications that would get me promotions or get me noticed. And that's all fine and dandy. But that is not what I think you should spend your time and life on. Okay, we all have bills, we have kids, we have things that we need to take care of, so we may work for someone else. That's what a job is. We work for someone else. Fine. But while you're working for someone else, you should start a business. And that is what changed my life. While I had a job, literally a full-time job, I started a business called FDR Horizon Enterprises, LLC. Okay, that was the entity in 2014 that I created when I was in Texas. Again, I had this big, great job and I said, I'm going to start this entity and I'm going to do just my real estate in this entity. And that's what I did with a full-time job. Now, I have this full-time job and I have this little side hustle, but I have a legal side hustle. I have an actual entity set up. I created the entity by getting the LLC registered with the Secretary of State. I got an EIN, an employer identification number, so I could start filing my taxes so the IRS could see that I had a business, and then I could use those tax returns to borrow money for my business and things like that. So again, I have an entire playlist teaching you how to set up a business. I'll put that link, here, up here somewhere. There'll be a link to that whole playlist if you don't know how to get your business created, because you can do that really quickly. And in many cases, you can start your business legally and ethically in one day. But this is where it gets fun, because I'm going to tell you how to quit that job and just work in your business. So now that I had this LLC and this full-time job, I created the full entity and I had some money going with my side hustle. But where I messed up, and you're not going to mess up, you're going to do something different, you're going to start building business credit. That was one of the biggest mistakes that I made. Like I said, I started the entity, one of the entities in 2014 that I still have today. And I didn't start building business credit for that business until like 2018, 2019. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous how many years I went before building business credit, and just how amazing it has been for my business now that I've done that. So once you have a job, you now have money coming in. So you can create a business bank account too and start putting some money into that business checking account. So you also have business bank statements showing that you have a real business that has money coming into it. Even if it's just money that you're depositing into the business, or a few sales that you're getting from, doing whatever that you do, you showing that you have a real business. But the fun part is you can start building business credit really quickly. And by the time you are ready to quit your job, you could easily, and I mean easily, have $50,000 for your business. Like, I know startups, and again, I'm going to put a link below to NRC Lending, okay? That's my own lending company where we have options to lend to startups, to lend on fix and flips, to lend on all of those different things. And we literally have people that had just started their business, got the thing set up the way that I've told you, didn't take more than a couple of days, and then they got funded for at least $50,000. Now, again, you can do even more if you're a big business. But the fun part about it is, if I give you $50,000 for your business and you have a job that you've been working and now you're ready to transition out of that job, now you have a cushion. You know what I mean? You have some money, you can feel more secure in your business, and you don't have to feel so stressed. You don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, if my business doesn't make money today, I'm not going to be able to eat. No, you've established business credit. And again, business credit usually just grows and grows. As long as you're making the payments, they will lend you even more money. I have literally business credit cards where they 3x my limit every 6 months. Okay. I have millions of dollars. I have credit cards that have no limit at all. None. Credit cards with no limit. Like, I literally could go and buy a Bentley, a Rolls Royce with my credit card. That's crazy, right? It's not. It's available to you if you do this the way that I am telling you. And this is why I'm telling you, getting an LLC while working a job changed my life, and it can change yours too. And then last but not least, start teaching what you do. So one of the big things, like I said, one of the big secrets that I told you, of course, is business credit. That is going to allow you to quit the job, have a cushion, have some leverage, and have you establish your credit before you quit the job. So you can have good business credit established. You can have, you can have it established really quickly because you have a job. You literally can buy things from business vendors that report on your business credit report. You can buy things and pay with your paycheck. You don't actually even need your business to be making money in order to be able to pay off the stuff that you buy in your business, and show them that you have a business and that it's making money, and get them to lend you even more money so you could quit your job. Like, this is amazing. And then the next thing, of course, is teaching what you do. Whether you do hair, nails, videos, photos, trucking, I could go on and on. You need to start teaching it in some way. You can run little classes. You can come on YouTube. You can get a podcast. You can write a book. You can go on other people's YouTube and make money offering your products and service. You don't even have to start your own YouTube channel. You literally, if you want, can come on my podcast and my YouTube channel. If you have an established business, you can just go to noelspodcast.com and apply and see if you want to be on my podcast, or you can start your own. Again, this is not about competition. This is an abundant planet that we live in, and there's room for me and you and everyone watching this video. But most importantly, you. This is for you. You can do it. Do it. And so the big secret while you're teaching this is that you don't actually have to be making money in your business to have money. That is the big secret. If you get your LLC established while you still have a job, you can get business credit without your business making money, and you can start teaching it to other people without your business making a lot of money, and create a way for your business to make money. That's a big secret. Now, again, that wasn't the route necessarily that I took. I think I took way too long to start telling people what I've known. I could have been teaching this stuff years ago, but I didn't have that confidence. So that's where the mistake that I made that I don't want you to make. Because whether my properties are rented out or not, I now make money by teaching it. And if I decide I don't want to teach it, my properties make money. So it's another stream of income. It's just what you want to do. When you start teaching what you know, you just create another stream of revenue for yourself and your business. And it truly is really, really fulfilling. So there you have it. If you want my new book, I actually have a book called Millionaire Business Secrets, plus my other book, Real Estate Millionaire Secrets. You can get both of those books absolutely free. You just pay for shipping. Go to noellsbookoffer.com. That's Noelle, Noelle with an S, noellsbookoffer.com. Get both of those books. I have poured my heart into it, teaching you all of my secrets of how I established these million-dollar businesses, some cases with little to no money, the real secret on how to get your business credit with details on how you do it, and again, how you start teaching to do all of this to create so many streams of revenue for yourself and your family. Again, noellsbookoffer.com. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.